Okay, baking cakes are a bit of a fiddle, so you may want to pre-prep to get ahead of the game for tomorrow's party. Well, while you can refrigerate cake batter, you probably shouldn't, and let me tell you why. First, let's talk raw eggs. Any batter with raw eggs need to be used within 24 hours, even in the fridge. And that fridge better be running at 40 degrees or below, otherwise we're playing a dangerous game with food safety. Now, here's why most bakers will tell you just to bake fresh. Your cake won't be its best self after hanging out in the fridge as batter. The rising agents, they start working the moment they get wet. So by the time you bake a stored batter, your cake might end up denser than a Christmas fruit cake. And don't get me started on the texture changes. That smooth, silky batter you mixed up, after a night in the fridge, it may look like it's had a rough night out. It's going to be separated, lumpy, gooey. If you want my honest advice, if you're short on time, measure out your wet and dry ingredients separately ahead of time. Leave the eggs in their shells. Much like my advice for salad, keep them apart and then you can mix them together just before baking. Your cake's going to thank you with a perfect rise and a tender crumb. But if you must store your batter, maybe you've made too much, keep it covered tightly in the fridge. When you're ready to bake, let it come to room temperature before baking and give it a gentle stir and cross your fingers, it's not going to be the best. Now, if you have any questions, pop them in the comments. I'm going to be answering every single one of them myself. And remember, fresh is best when it comes to cake batter. But now you know what to do if you're in a pinch. And as always, go and wash your hands.